My legs hurt.
Legs hurt?
Yeah.
Okay. So the good news is,
Yeah.
as always, YouTube comments are working.
Oh.
I was able to get Facebook comments to work. I'm too tall. Now I'm too tall.
Oh boy.
That's okay. Well, it's because there's two people here.
Yeah.
We had to zoom in. Usually there's
did.
3 of us.
That's a
Till
good point. My fault?
Well, you told Ronnie to.
Well, he violated company policy. It happens.
I really didn't see that happening, though.
About him violating company policy or me suspending him?
Both.
No.
I mean, he had it coming.
No, well, you can't. I told him 4 times to stop.
Portwood says, I'm back.
Oh, boy.
Boy, we just got off the high school huddle with Crescent. Can pull off that upset. That'd be so awesome.
That'd be huge.
That'd be so awesome. Second banana. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna see if Facebook comments are working. Good evening, fellas. Hope all is well in Guthrie. What a day it was in Guthrie.
That's our buddy Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Chris.
Chris Tabbitt.
That's our buddy. Yeah, it was nuts. You were driving everywhere. You responded to 78 incidents today.
Boy, it was a day.
Dave let me leave the office once all day.
Facebook test. All right, I just did a Facebook comment. There's 6 of you on Facebook. No one's made a comment yet, but I'm going to see if it works here. G of Guthrie says, howdy, howdy.
Howdy, howdy.
Oh, I'm not seeing the Facebook thing pop up yet.
That ain't good. Oh. Wow. Got Ernesto's picks in.
We disagree on one game.
No, you disagree more than that.
10, yes. 9, yes. 8, yes. 7, yes. 6, yes. 5, no.
Disagree.
Wagner, yes. 3, no.
Disagree.
2, no. Disagree on 3 of them.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to do one more check on Facebook, and then we can get started.
Did you have lunch today?
Bag of chips.
Oh. Did better than I did today. Do I need to be on Facebook?
Yeah, it doesn't look like Facebook.
All right, I'll hop over on Facebook just in case anybody gets talkative on Facebook. Oh, boy.
Jeff Guthrie, y'all get to guest star in the movie they are shooting downtown at the Printing Museum. Drove by that today. No.
First yawn of the evening. That was the first yawn of the evening.
For this show?
No, of the evening.
Of the evening?
Yeah. Held out longer than most. So, man, that's sleepy time. I did really good.
All right. I have no idea what we're going to be talking about tonight.
You know? Well, I got some ideas.
Got some ideas?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
Oh, Gigi said, here we go. I watch both sometimes.
What's what?
Greg said, here we go. I watch both sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh. Says Jaden Chappell's watching. Does that mean he's keeping an eye on things in case we go after The Godfather? Papa Chappell?
Papa Chappell?
He's not in town. So they say.
So
they say.
That's what he tells you.
Oh, I know. He's out there. He's lurking somewhere.
Oh, look at this. We got Facebook comments.
Oh, we do?
Yes.
Good. I can go back to you two.
Gigi, Greg, Gibson, Bailey. Gigi. I watch on both sometimes.
Oh, my buddy Stefan.
Yeah.
I miss him.
Yes. Hello from Upper Peninsula of
the
Michigan.
UP. The UP of Michigan.
Is that what they call it, UP?
The UP.
Wow. UP.
Yep. Wow. Good to have you here, Steph.
I figured out the Facebook comments now.
You did?
Yeah, to get them on the screen.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
It is good. Oh, congratulations, Phil, on your cheesecake. He's already crowning me the victor.
Oh.
Yep.
So we disagree on 3. How many do you guys disagree on?
Couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not 3, I don't think.
We only disagree on 2.
We do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
All right. We're talking high school football. All right, let's get the show started.
Welcome to the Open Mic Podcast with Chris Evans and Phil Nichols, along with Ronnie Phillips. The Open Mic Podcast is part of the Second Banana Media Podcast Network. Coming to you live from Guthrie, Oklahoma, inside the Second Banana Media Studios, here's Chris Evans.
Hello and welcome. It is the Open Mic Podcast, Wednesday, November 15th, 2023. This is our second show of the night. We do the high school huddle at 6 o'clock. By the way, this show, beginning middle of December, will go back to 6 p.m. Right?
Better.
Well, unless we go winter high school huddle.
No. One show.
One show. So mark your calendars. State championship December 9th. The final state championship games are December 9th.
We get a week off?
Which we get to, we get to produce those games. And yeah, so beginning December 13th, the Open Mic Podcast goes back to 6 p.m.
Yes. That just made me happy.
Does that brighten your day?
It did actually brighten my day. Can't feel my legs, but we'll get to that in a second.
Why? You don't like the two shows? You don't like the?
I'm very tired on Wednesdays.
Well, maybe you can not work as hard.
Talk to Dave.
Okay.
Dave's a little bit of a driver.
I was really curious if this was going to happen, but it was one of the first comments on the High School Huddle, or High School Sports Talk show that we have. I'm sure you watch it. I hope you do. If not, go back, because Guthrie in Dell City was the number one game of the week.
Number one game of the week.
And Phil, I cannot go back and watch who he picks in that game.
I had to do what I think was right.
I know. But one of the first questions that happened on the High School Huddle was very similar to T-Fred. By the way, T-Fred, where were you for the High School Huddle?
Yeah, what's going on with that? Basketball or something?
Luckily for you, Cody Knox made one pick for you. McGinnis beating Kelly. So you got that in for you.
Got that in.
So you're going to have to get your other games in for them to count. But he asked, did Ronnie quit the podcast? Phil?
Quit? No. He's been suspended. We had to send him out to get the help he needs, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and deserves.
Yeah.
Deserves. Ronnie means well. He doesn't mean to do the things that he does, but we had to send him out of state to get some help. We did get confirmation that he's en route back to Oklahoma. So I'm assuming he graduated from there. Everything went well there.
Yeah. And I saw some photos.
Oh yeah. And there'll be a board meeting tomorrow to decide on his suspension. To see if suspension sounds more
okay.
Yeah. To see if he's going to be welcome back to the podcast or not. I'm a firm no right now, but his representatives will be there tomorrow during the arbitration hearing, and they'll state his case. I can be swayed potentially. Chris has already said that he's a firm yes. I believe he's coming back.
Absolutely, I believe in fourth chances.
So this comes down to me. Okay. Well, we'll see if Ronnie's here next week.
So there's your answer. Quit? No. Suspended? Yes.
Oh, yeah. Suspended.
Yeah.
I told him 4 times to stop.
I'm just going in order here.
Okay.
GF Guthrie says, how's y'all's Temple run go?
Oh, it was great.
Hopefully, Ronnie captured the moments.
Oh, it's out there.
Dr. Simpson captured the moments.
It's out there.
And the video of Phil and I running 1 week ago tonight is actually on the Second Banana Media Facebook page.
That was right up there in bad decisions.
Okay, here's the weird thing. Listen close to this. Oh. So, you know the story, but stay with me.
Okay.
So a lot of people watched this show last week, and we were talking about our Temple run. GF Guthrie, listen close. So part of the discussion on that was our shoes.
Yeah, it was a bad decision.
So Phil had some dress shoes, although casual, comfortable.
They're casual with no support whatsoever, I found.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you ran in those.
Well, if you call that what I did running, yeah.
And I had my Hey Dudes. You remember I I wasn't wearing my shoes, so I had them off to the side. Remember, on the show, I got my Hey Dudes. They were the high tops, and we set them down right here on the table, and they were right here, and we were talking about them.
Good-looking shoe.
Good-looking shoe.
Yeah.
They were light.
Yeah.
So in the shoe department, I had the advantage.
Well, I thought I did at that point.
At that point, really?
Yeah, I remember because I said this isn't good. You know, you got no support. Boy, was I wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I take the shoes off this desk, put them on my feet. We go to the temple. We run around. More on that in a minute. And so my brother captures all this. He goes home and winds down for the evening, gets on Facebook to check some messages, and he has a sponsored ad of the exact same shoe of my Hey Dudes.
The exact same shoe.
Facebook.
Same color, same everything.
Yes.
Yeah. No,
it was
weird.
a Hey Dude sponsored ad to him.
Yeah.
They're listening. They're watching.
Constantly.
Oh, maybe Facebook watches the show. Oh. I didn't put this together.
Oh, here we go.
So Facebook, Zuckerberg watches the Open Mic podcast.
He's got time on his hands.
Schedules an ad for Ronnie to see.
So he could buy a pair of shoes.
I never thought of that.
No, it all makes sense now.
It was kind of weird that he sent us that photo of my shoes on Facebook ad.
Yep.
By the way, if you haven't seen the video, Phil and I went around the temple.
It's farther than a quarter of a mile, too, just for the record.
It is a half a mile.
It's a half a mile.
And then we ran a little bit more than that to the administration.
Another 4 miles after that.
Because we had cameras established there to that way we had two different cameras to solidify what exactly happened.
Right.
We both finished. Neither one of us stopped.
Correct.
And it was a success.
Chris was first. You beat me by 20. It was like 28 seconds.
Yeah, and I kind of just.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
I kind of.
Here we go. You couldn't just leave it there.
No, I'm done. I'm done. Yeah, you're right. I'm leaving it there.
Because now you just sound like a braggart.
No, I'm not bragging. You did you did better than I thought.
Really?
Yes.
You really didn't think I could make it once around the temple?
No, I knew you can do it, but.
Yeah. I wasn't hurting as much.
Correct.
That's right. Until 2 days later.
And you're only like 30 seconds behind.
Yeah, no,
me.
it was 28.
I thought that was better too.
But you came out of the gate fast.
Yeah, I had to set the tone.
Well, it was a crazy tone. If I'd have done that, I don't think I could have made it.
I watched my post-run interview with Ronnie.
Yeah, you were breathing hard.
I was breathing hard.
We both were.
I was wanting to finish strong because I knew there was another set of cameras watching me.
Yeah. Did you kick at the end?
Yeah.
The kick?
Yeah, and I didn't know where to finish, so I just ran to the building just to be there. But we had 5, 6, 7 or 8 people show up after the show to watch the run.
I think it was really to watch if I was going to fail miserably or not. I don't think they were there to watch the run. They wanted to see me fail.
Yeah. And they went home disappointed.
Chris knows this. Chris is, we're pretty good acquaintances, Chris and I, and working towards friendship after 20-some years.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Working towards it.
We met on Valentine's.
That's right. Special night.
Yeah, it was special.
Upstairs. Started all candlelight.
Candlelight. The hearts everywhere.
There were hearts everywhere. It was spectacular. Catered dinner. Yeah. Chris knows this about me. If you challenge me to something physically, I will kill myself proving you wrong.
Yeah. He will go out of his way to kill himself.
And I almost did. Yeah, I got home. The drive. Well, first of all, during the run, freaking Sarah, sweet Sarah, Ronnie's beautiful wife,
one of the spectators,
drove in her car, and I guess she thought trying to have a conversation with me was going to help me complete the task. And finally, at the end, I looked there and I said, "Sarah, I cannot talk right now. You need to stop this." So that didn't help. That was a disadvantage for me.
Okay. I mean, they talked to me as well.
Oh, did you talk back?
I gave her the.
I talked back. That was my problem.
Oh, you talked. Yeah, well, it's kind of your fault.
It is my fault, but I didn't want to be rude to Miss Sarah.
Right.
But anyway, we both made it. I think and I do believe this. I think if we both trained for like 30, maybe 4 to 6 weeks, right?
Now we're getting.
No, I think if we both trained 4 to 6 weeks, zero chance of that happening after the other night. My right knee.
I mean, I could do it.
No, you could, but my right knee has developed a new knot on it that was not there prior to the run.
I mean, you're not head.
Yeah, but this is on my knee.
Yeah.
I expected head, but the knee, and it's a pretty significant knot. And when I say a knot, I mean it sticks out. You can see her from across the living room pretty easily. And now I got an additional hitch. When I go to bend my knee, it makes this bad noise. It catches. And none of that can be good. But I think if we train for a while, we could make if I trained, I could make a 5K. I do.
3.1 miles.
Yeah, I think I can do that.
Yeah, I know you can.
Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah.
But the old knees, boys, the old knees are bad.
GF Guthrie says, Facebook knows it all. We haven't used it in years.
What's that? Yeah. Little conspiracy stuff?
Could be. Yeah.
Okay.
T. Fred says, if Ronnie's suspended, his pick should not count for this week.
Well, I'm using the word suspended, so I need to reclaim this.
Probably.
He's suspended without pay. So that means he still gets to participate in some duties, just he can't be on location. There was an infraction on location.
Greg Gibson says what was funny was Ronnie asking questions while the guys were trying to run.
Ronnie was doing it too.
I heard it. Yeah, I heard him talking.
Yeah, Ronnie was doing it too.
We need the Great Temple Race on YouTube. Well, that would make sense because they have sworn off Facebook, and so they have not been able to see it. It is on our Facebook page. So, Ronnie, you didn't get all his keys and stuff before suspension. Now he has the Great Temple Run on his. Oh no, it's on Facebook.
It's on Facebook.
I can
We can
download
it.
Download that.
Yeah, and he doesn't have a key. I took his key.
Okay, all right. Have you told security?
Oh yeah, no, they're well aware.
Okay.
Shoot on sight.
Portwood says, Matt Portwood, I have bad knees, Phil. Not good.
Yeah, no. And Matty, the other difference between you and I is I got about 40 years on you. So it's really bad.
GF Guthrie says, Phil, between the chip and the race, you better get some workers' comp.
Well, I talked to Chris about that. He's in charge of the insurance program here.
Correct. Well,
Go ahead, Chris.
I will just, all I will say, because I don't want to speak too much on this, is a release was
It was.
filled out.
I have horrible representatives on my contract negotiations.
Yeah.
They're terrible. And all the fringe benefits, everybody gets them. Not me. I'm out. Yeah. Technically, Chris made me a 1099 contractor this year, so I'm not eligible for work comp.
Oh, I'm going to need a 1099 before we start doing the state championship games.
Oh, boy. We do this every year.
Every year. And you've yet to turn one in.
know. It's kind of became part of the thing.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do it this year, now that I know how it works. Because you remember what I told you, I just assumed it will. I'll make sure that
you can sign the back of it, forge it over to
That's
me.
fine for me. Okay. I really don't want another thing.
Well, the damage to you, it would say pay to the order of Phil Nichols. That's where
it gets challenging.
That's where it gets challenging.
Because remember, you're on deck.
Yeah, we've said too much.
You're on deck.
We have said too much. So, okay. And Cousin Nate has to pick up Ronnie at midnight tonight.
From the help he got? Well, he is mad at me. He didn't even ask me.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Well, I think he knew, though, after our last conversation, I wasn't going to be there to pick him up. It wasn't good.
It was not good.
Yeah.
It was not good.
We're trying to heal.
Yeah.
Trying to heal.
Yeah. Chris Talbot, y'all's running around the temple brought back some memories of the 100s of laps I ran around it with Tartar on his bike. Yeah. Talbot was a cross-country runner. He was one of those guys.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. So, it was good. It was good.
It was fun, though. Glad it's over. Never to do it again.
There's so much we can talk about tonight, Phil.
Yeah.
Property taxes came out this week.
What do we want?
Did you get yours?
Do we want Chris?
Did you get your property tax statement?
We were doing so well. Oh, yeah. What doesn't go up?
You have a percentage?
I don't want to talk about it, Chris. It's bad. I mean, increasing a fee, I think that's great. I can understand that. But when you start increasing taxes, I got a problem.
What about extending taxes?
It depends on the topic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it depends on the topic.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of fire runs today and ambulance runs.
My goodness.
Crazy.
What a day it was.
It was crazy.
So the day started.
Early.
I had a 9 a.m. county commissioner meeting. And before that, there was two-vehicle accident with a passenger van and a semi
bad deal.
at Santa Fe, on State Highway 33 at Santa Fe. And I have not done a story for the news page yet, but indications tell me, witnesses tell me that the truck was getting ready to turn or was turning onto Santa Fe, and they were both going west, and the van didn't stop.
Was the sun or
it was
had nothing to do with that
because they were going west.
Yeah.
West or east. Well, either way, I think I was told west. I haven't got the official report yet, but I was told the sun was not a factor at that time.
Good.
So the person runs in the back of them, obviously not paying attention, maybe something else, but they were pinned for a while, and they were meta-flighted to the hospital there. And so I don't know, what was that, around 7:45?
Where do you think I was at when I heard these? When I heard the fire engines and the emergency services respond to that call? Where do you think I was sitting?
Sitting right over here.
Oh no,
no.
Where are you pointing at over there? Point the wrong direction.
You were over this way?
No. Where do you like to make fun of me where I sit out front in the mornings by myself?
Oh, you're at coffee group.
Waiting for the door to be unlocked.
Wait for someone to show up. The door opens about 8 o'clock, but you get there at 6 o'clock.
No, not that early.
Oh, 7?
About 6:28.
So
I read when I'm down there.
Yeah, that's good.
I sit there and have a little quiet
quiet time.
Well, I'm learning.
Yeah. So cover that incident real quick. Take the kid to school. Get back. Shower. Get to the county commissioner meeting. County commissioner meeting's going, which I have not even watched yet. Set it all up within 5 minutes of the county commissioner meeting. A house fire comes out.
Tragic.
On 2nd Street with 2 people trapped inside.
Yeah.
I was sitting next to Sheriff Damon Devereaux at the time, giving him some how to stream, how to move cameras, and how to zoom in. He did none of it. I came back, and the camera was actually the same way. But a house fire broke out. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. I've not been told what happened there, but unfortunately, there were some 3 cats that did not make it. So firefighters.
Did the dog make it? That was taken to.
I think it was getting better before they took it off to the hospital. I can talk about that here in a second.
Of course, the humans got out. That's the most
correct.
That's an important thing.
Now, remember, when this house fire breaks out, you have a lot of Guthrie firefighters at the wreck on 33. So you have an engine that blocks.
Yeah.
You have manpower. You have the fire or the battalion chief. You have a whole bunch of resources out there with the wreck, and so a couple of firefighters respond by themselves over to the house fire initially. And one of the firefighters, good guy, obviously, goes up and gets, I think it was upstairs, gets the homeowners out.
Yeah.
And then what's crazy is that, like, the fire was right above the firefighters, so they get the people out, and they know there's animals inside there. But there's fire above them. There's fire to the side, obviously on top of this heavy smoke as well. And at that time, good. When I arrive on scene, which was fairly quick, I see 2 people out. Obviously, they were comfortably dressed, so you know. I was like, okay, good. They got out, and there was a dog. I said, okay, dog got out. Then they bring out the first cat, and it's breathing real faint. And a firefighter, a police officer, animal control officer, a couple of firefighters are doing CPR. They're using chest compressions,
oxygen.
They're pushing on, trying to get the cats, and then they put the oxygen on there, and they are constantly working. Firefighter work, then go and still have to handle business at the house. Police officer comes over, does the same thing. Animal control comes over, does the same thing. Then they bring another cat that didn't make it out of the. It was smoke inhalation. They were beautiful cats.
Yeah,
beautiful cats.
Sad.
And then they brought a third cat out, and it looked like it had passed in there as well from smoke. Their fur was still. You can tell they were well taken care of. Beautiful cats.
And we know.
I'm not really a cat person, but you can tell they were well taken care of.
We are.
Yeah.
But and we know all the parties. We're not going to say names, obviously, but we know all the parties, the owners of all the pets, and the owners of the home. And it's tragic. It's heartbreaking. So just say a little extra prayer for all those people.
They bring the first dog out, and it's very shallow breathing, and They're doing the chest compressions. They have water trying to get the dog. And you can see him breathing very light. And then they give him oxygen. And then you see his lungs trying to get and go. And then animal control show up a little bit later on the request of the police and firefighters and take that animal away. A few minutes later, another dog is carried out. And he's mouth open like a dog panting. And so he was fine. They still put oxygen on him just to keep the try to clean out the lungs. Right. And so, so there was all that situation.
But a great effort by everybody involved.
The firefighters got the fire out quickly. I mean, it looked like it could have been really, really bad, but they worked so quick. Oak Cliff came over to help. Crescent firefighters came over to work as quick as well. So sad deal about the animals. Humans were able to get out, and the firefighters were able to get the fire knocked out pretty quick, despite having to come a long distance.
Well, but it speaks to the professionalism and the great training and just everything that goes into all of our fire heroes. Heroes that do that job every day. Spread thin a lot of times.
Yeah. So I leave that scene, go back to the county commissioner meeting and finish out that meeting and visit with the fine folks at the commissioners. And then I go home, start working on a story, Guthrie Public Schools, purchased a couple of properties. So I'm getting that story, and I always, before I put it on the site, start reading it. But then call came out of a 3-vehicle accident on State Highway. Oh, by the way, I forgot. So I mentioned the first accident, State Highway 33 in Santa Fe. There was a minor collision at 33rd and Hogan.
Right.
It was no non-injury accident. And then a few moments later, there was a car fire on Highway 35 that Mulhall Fire Department responded to and were able to put out there. So fast forward, as I was saying, I was at home getting ready to publish an article. And then a 3-vehicle accident at Highway 33 at Interstate 35, right behind on the other side of the bridge at the stoplight. Golden Chicks over here, Lowe's is over here. It happened at the street light. What happened there was a truck was exiting off the highway. They were going north, exit the highway, and was told, nothing official here, still under investigation, police department working this, but they were told that the truck hit a red car, and then the red car hit another vehicle, which rolled on its top. At first thought maybe he ran the stoplight, and then he said his brakes went out.
Okay.
So not sure exactly.
Which that wouldn't be the first time.
One of those two type of things happened, and the car that got flipped over had a female inside. She was pregnant.
Oh my good. Oh.
The gentleman in the red car stayed in the car the entire time until ambulance got there, and then the gentleman in the white truck also stayed there. So that happens. I messed up. Before that wreck happens, there's a fire, a grass fire with 160 hay bales on fire at Penn and Perry Grove.
Jeez.
And there's fire departments, all the fire departments from the county are at the grass fire. Well, the accident at 33 and 35 comes out, and there's no, all the firefighters are at the fire.
Yeah.
And so one of the firefighters had to leave the grass fire to the station, get an ambulance, and come there. But in the meantime, LifeNet, an ambulance out of Stillwater, had to be called in. They came to the scene, and Edmond Fire Department had to bring all their engine for traffic control and all that stuff. So crews from Edmond, Stillwater had to come and be with the OHP troopers and get the police officers. And luckily, so luckily, and not to say that the injuries aren't, there was no major injuries, but there's still injuries. But pretty lucky there was nothing severe, because all of our fire crews were out at a fire, and the first ambulance, actually the Guthrie ambulance did beat the Stillwater ambulance by a little bit.
Wow.
But I mean, if you have someone very, very critical, they go that long without medical care.
Well,
in most cases, if there wasn't a grass fire, our firefighters have been there.
Oh, no question. I mean, we've unfortunately, it's our family, Chris, we've experienced a home fire that Guthrie Fire Department, and I think would it be Woodcrest, Chris, out where I was?
Yeah.
Woodcrest responded 2 years ago.
Mutual aid.
Fabulous job. And that's the part I wanted to get to. Mutual aid, these guys are all so good about just coming together as brothers and sisters and just going out and doing what they need to do to keep everybody's property and the people safe and to do what they do every day. It's incredible. It's just it's such a. I think firefighters and all first responders, by some people, get overlooked. Right? I don't want to say taken for granted. All I do it. I think that does happen with some people, but we're so lucky to have all of the great first responders that we have: police, sheriff's department, fire department. Our animal control officers. You talked about them; they do great work. Just very, very lucky to have the folks that we have.
Yeah, Jay Guthrie, hats off to GFD and other fire departments for stepping up. A crazy day. And a big thank you to the ambulance service out of Stillwater is called LifeNet. And LifeNet transported one patient, the male in the red car. Guthrie, it was actually I think a Sooner volunteer fire department drove the Guthrie ambulance to the hospital to take the pregnant lady there. She looked okay from the wreck.
Were you there at that one?
Yeah, I was there for that one.
So if she had went into labor, you could have delivered the baby.
If need be.
Yeah. I mean, you're a trained professional.
Whatever needs to happen.
Absolutely.
But LifeNet out of Stillwater, they actually came back to Guthrie, went to the hospital, came back to Guthrie. And I know they ran at least one call for Guthrie EMS, but they stayed there so Guthrie firefighters can finish up, get something to eat, and rest a little bit.
Yeah.
And so LifeNet helped them out. And of course, it's mutual aid. Guthrie's gone to Edmond and helped them out. Guthrie's gone to Stillwater and helped them out. They all come together in need. And no doubt today, Guthrie firefighters needed all the help they can get today after call after call after call today.
Yeah. Great job, though.
Yep, absolutely.
They're sleeping well tonight.
Yes.
As long as no more calls go out.
Yes, exactly. No doubt. Cody says it was a crazy day. No doubt about that.
No doubt.
So. That was the day there.
Hit the button. Let's say goodbye. It's time to go to bed.
Well, you don't know where your property taxes are going.
Oh, no, I'm over that.
You're over that?
Not really.
So we both live in the Guthrie School District.
We do.
I showed you the percentage yesterday at lunch.
You did.
And I have them here. We can talk about them here a little bit.
Well, I don't know if that's necessary. I mean, this is a family show.
A family show. What else would you? What were you surprised by the percentages?
Yes, I was. I knew that the one entity got the bulk of it. I didn't know it was that much of the bulk of it. That's a bunch of it.
Okay, so if you live in the Guthrie School District,
Yep.
because it changes from school district to school district. Crescent has one, Coyle has one. It's all different. But if you live in the Guthrie School District and you got your property tax statement,
Yep.
the Guthrie School District, they get a general fund, they get a building fund. Right now, all the bonds that have been passing, that counts as well. And there's another $4 million deal. But the Guthrie schools get 66.8% of all your property tax money.
Yeah. Now, Guthrie Schools is the...
And this is not just, this is for every school district.
That's for every school district.
Every school district.
But Guthrie Schools also the largest employer. They have the largest budget.
Which is not good.
No, it's not.
It's not good.
You don't want your school to be your largest employer.
No.
So it takes a lot of money to do everything that Guthrie Schools has to do.
Yep.
And I think that's a important thing. It's not always, I think sometimes people believe that what these tax dollars go to wants. These are needs, where this money's going. Roofs,
buildings.
Yeah. I mean, it's real stuff.
That's how they're funded.
It takes money.
Meridian Tech, 16.68%.
For 100 kids.
100 Guthrie kids. It does help a little bit that there is now a satellite location in Guthrie.
Yeah.
If you want to take any class, you still got to pay a fee.
Yes. And that's, we could do a whole show on that, but I think that when you look at the amount of money given for the amount of people, now we're just talking about the kids. There's adults that utilize Meridian.
Correct.
There's employers so I'm not saying that but it is a very low number of kids for the tax dollars that go. Now, building the facility, that was a big deal. And I think Meridian realized that they needed to do that. I do. I mean, it's, you can't take millions of dollars out and it's a pretty easy math equation. If you send out, I think somebody told me one time it was a little over $3 million.
I'll probably dive into the numbers.
Yeah, but for some reason that number, and I may be off on that, but You divide that by 100, you go, well, that's an awful lot of tax for 100 kids. Now, build the facility. You got a lot of adult education, continuing education. They have a business incubator out there. They have a great facility for people in Guthrie to use. So the services have went way up since the facility was built, and we appreciate that very much.
So I it's a good topic, and we can spend a whole show, and we're not going to do that. We're going to move on here in just a brief moment. But so Meridian Tech 16.68%, county government 11.11%.
Yeah.
EMS 3.33%, and county health department 2.77%. So you add county government, EMS, and the county health department, all three together, it equals Meridian Tech. It equals the VOTEC.
Yeah.
And so the county government 11.11%. That is for employees. That's to run
For everything.
the government, the government there. So. Of course, this is all Constitution. This is all in the Oklahoma Constitution. So if any of this was ever to change, it would take a vote of the people. So, but EMS 3.33%, and that's a statewide deal. It's a little bit more than, but anyway. So those just numbers. Property taxes came out this week, so that's why it comes up.
Did yours go up?
I have to look at last year. I haven't looked at it yet. I didn't notice dollar wise.
Yeah.
It didn't stick out to me. Mike says, so nobody really owns their own properties. And that's a good question, because our house has been paid off for a little bit for some years now. But if I didn't pay my property tax, it would go away.
Yeah.
What, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
So I own my house, but do I really?
like to think
I own my house?
Yes, you own your house.
Okay.
I would like to think that you'd pick up the phone and call somebody that loves you and say, can you spot me a little cash?
But if everyone says no, they can come and take.
Chris, Tanya wouldn't say no. I mean, I'd say no. Unless Sam called and asked, that'd be a firm yes. But so there's always help out there.
All right. I won't bore anybody.
Hey, did you give a shout out to our super chats?
I'm pulling that up right now.
They're coming in. We appreciate that.
Okay. Okay. I don't know what in order we are here. So, first one.
No, he was the second.
He was the second. Okay. Steph, $9.99 super chat. Thank you. EMS was my first love. EMT at 18.
Yeah, Steph's been in the medical field for over 30 years, and he's done it all. He went from working as an EMT to now being a nurse practitioner with his own business and writing scripts and diagnosing and doing all kinds of good stuff, helping a lot of people.
And a big thank you as well to Greg Gibson, $10 super chat on our YouTube page. Appreciate that, Greg. Always.
Number one fan.
Number one fan.
Yep. We do appreciate that.
Absolutely.
So I want to take it to the federal level real quick.
Oh.
Well, did you see our state senator yesterday?
I did.
Mark Wayne.
Yeah, I did.
So
he made Bernie Sanders look like
it was the thing that made me mad was it was the first time I'm sitting there looking at the TV, screaming at the TV, going, "Listen to Bernie! I agree with Bernie." It was
Feel the burn.
It was first time ever I felt the burn. Oh my God, so embarrassing, so freaking embarrassing. And then I told somebody, he's yelling at the Teamsters boss, right, or wanting him to do a fight, and they were both acting like children, but.
Yeah.
What I don't understand about Mark Wayne is that the Teamster boss is using Mark Wayne because all he's got to do is say one word and Mark Wayne runs with it and makes the Teamster boss look like the level-headed, fair-minded, good human being because Mark Wayne's acting like a 12-year-old that somebody just came and called your girlfriend a bad name.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just embarrassing as all get out. I don't, but I was so embarrassed. And I told somebody today at coffee, I said, you know what Mark Wayne's really thinking about? That's the Teamsters boss. He makes one phone call and he's gone.
I speak of ignorance. What's Teamster? I'm sorry.
The trucking, all that. So,
Okay.
Jimmy Hoffa.
Yeah. Oh, he disappeared.
Well, this guy has the same job Jimmy Hoffa had.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not really a guy to be yelling at in public. But it was just embarrassing. The whole thing was embarrassing, and I thought Senator Sanders tried to do a good job of bringing some decorum back into the chambers, but it was a complete embarrassment. At one point, Mark Wayne stands up, acts like he's taking his wedding band off. He's getting ready to go down and fight. Man, shut up. If you're going to take your wedding band off, it's already, just embarrassing, completely embarrassing.
Phil, G.F. Guthrie says, then he doubled down on it today. He said people breaking fingers in Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's an embarrassment. I mean, I don't care what your political affiliation is. That is a unbelievable embarrassment for our state.
Phil, I have a list of 25 high-paying jobs that don't require a 4-year degree.
Oh, good.
I don't know if I can say these words. Number 25, solar photovoltaic installer.
Solar panel installer. Just leave that other stuff.
Okay. That's 47
on average.
On average.
Yeah.
Masonry worker.
Yeah. Very good trade.
23, licensed practical nurse.
Yeah, that's right.
22, a carpenter.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Jesus.
Correct.
Right.
Surgical technologist.
Medical. Makes sense.
Real estate agent.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sound engineering technician.
We could use one of those around here sometime.
Sound techs up and run sound systems for media events.
Yeah, that's good.
I ain't seeing any of that.
Yeah.
I gotta find another job. Number 18, firefighter.
Yeah, the wage they said there, I don't know a lot of. I mean, that's
medium salary, 50,000
nationwide.
In Guthrie, the low 34, 35.
What's the average?
I would say the average would be
60s.
Yeah.
Because
the upper end is pretty good.
Upper end's pretty darn good. Yeah, that's right.
The more years and the higher you up, it's really good.
Yeah, well earned.
Yeah. 17, sheet metal worker.
Ooh, yeah, I like that.
16, wind turbine technician.
Well, I think those are the guys that crawl in the tall things.
Yes, and change the light bulbs.
Light bulbs, yeah.
And there's a bunch of them.
And change the oil, too, on the wind energy.
Correct, yes, that's right, yes.
Oh, yeah.
There's a bunch of them in Northern Logan County.
Yeah.
Number 15, plumber.
Everybody needs a good plumber. They're hard to find.
They are hard to find.
Not enough of them.
Number 14, hearing aid specialist. Hearing aid specialists work with audiologists to fit, fix, and maintain hearing aids for patients.
I need to be one of those.
Number 13, electrician.
Yeah, another great trade.
Number 12, occupational therapy assistant.
That's a cool job. I've got a buddy's wife that does that. Oh, I have a buddy whose wife does. Why all the way over there?
Well, you got to talk into it.
Well, they could hear me,
but not as crisp and clear.
Okay, now you're critiquing. Okay, you know what?
Hey, I'm
I know a sound technician,
a sound engineering technician. I got to earn my wage.
Is bouncer on there?
We're getting to the top, probably the top three.
Occupational therapist says that's a cool profession. Get to help people. Much like physical therapy is a great field too. Obviously, you have to have a degree to do that. But
25% job growth.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah.
MRI technologist.
We called those X-ray technicians when I was growing up. We did.
$62,000 a year.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
X-rays and MRIs.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, top 10.
Oh boy.
Wholesale and manufacturing sales representatives.
Yeah, wholesale reps. Yep.
63,000. Number 9, executive assistant.
I can vouch for this. Executive assistants make much more money than they used to.
Job growth 20%.
Yeah. Well, the roles expanded a lot too. They do so much more now than what I think people. Do you remember what we used to call them?
Secretaries.
That's right. I got yelled at about 15 years ago for saying, "Are you still a secretary?" And this young girl I grew up with, she said, "I'm an administrative executive." I said, "So yeah, you're still a secretary." Is what I told her. Wasn't good.
Or still want you to see if Bouncer's in the top 3, but Matt Portwood can tell you Bouncer is a fun job.
Matty would know. I did a little stint at that myself when I was in the military. It was my part-time job.
Number 8, police officers and detectives.
Ooh, fun stuff.
Would you like to be a detective?
I'd rather be. Okay.
You rather be on the street?
Well, yes. When I first got out of the military, that's what I wanted to do. My wife set me down and said, "With your temperament, you will be fired in a week." She gave me good career advice because I didn't.
You'd be good in.
I'd be good in certain situations.
Like when you interrogate somebody.
Certain situations, I'd be really good.
Because you can lie and still be mad.
Oh, I can't.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you can lie.
So wait a second, did you just call me a liar?
No, you can lie and it's okay for.
It's allowed.
It's allowed. I witnessed that one time in a courtroom. I forgot what case it was, but The detective said he lied to try to get the answer.
Detective would be just interesting work. I mean, it'd be brutal work because a lot of the stuff, the scenes and things like that. But I think it would be very rewarding work also.
So, an officer on the road or a detective?
At my age currently?
It's a 20-year career from age 35 to 55.
35 on the road, about 40. Let's move on into detective.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that would be how normal
it
would work there. Plus, I always think it's cool to be able to wear slacks.
And a gun?
And a gun and a
Do
badge.
that every day.
Yeah.
Oh, the badge?
Yeah.
I don't have a badge. Nobody will give me a badge.
I left the city council meeting and I came out on my windshield
you had a
wiper.
badge?
I had a badge.
Didn't give you two of them.
Just one. Shit. Yeah. Got a badge.
I need a badge.
All right. Number 7, aerospace technician.
Okay, that's cool work.
That does not require a 4-year degree.
But they're working on aircraft, obviously.
Yep.
Yep.
Number 6, diagnostic medical sonographers, cardiovascular technologists.
Ooh.
Okay, hold on. Time out.
Yeah.
You don't need a degree for that?
Well, read on, Chris. Associate's degree. It said 4-year degree. You need an associate's degree.
Okay.
Yeah, many of these jobs require
2
an
years.
associate's degree or a technical certification or something like that.
That's like what I got.
Yeah, you're an All-American.
Well,
I know.
but I went to basically a trade school, radio school.
Right.
Yeah. Did UCO for 2 years. You know what?
Didn't like it? Yeah.
All right. I thought I wanted to be a radio DJ. I realized once I got into it.
No money?
I don't. Well, that and
Hours, man.
just sit in a room.
Spin
playing
records?
all the time.
Yeah.
Top of the hour here, coming up next.
You can do it.
Yeah, Tim McGraw here. Your top 9 on 9.
Tim's who you would lead with? Try that
That's
again.
the first one I came up with.
Try that again.
Coming up at 9, Shania Twain.
No, try again.
Okay. Coming up at 6, 7, and 8 on the hour, Tracy Lawrence.
There you go. Now we're telling the truth.
I get fired. We've
yeah.
heard that song 4 times this hour.
You got to stop. We don't want to go back to Birmingham anymore.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
The good die young, Chris.
Oh, they do die young. Yeah.
Time marches on.
They do march on. Okay. No matter what you do.
Number 5, dental hygienist.
Ooh, very important job. You like the dentist, don't you? Getting your teeth cleaned?
Clean, yes.
Yes, but if they start drilling.
See, I love going to the dentist because you get all the cleaning. The only time I start getting nervous is when they bring in the
drill?
No, the dentist.
Oh, needles?
Well, no.
Oh.
You get the cleaning, and then they come in for the final look to see if there's any.
And they pick around in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't like that?
And they just because
Could there not be a better way than do it than take out a metal object, touch it a tooth, and to see if it hurts? And they'll say, how about this one? Yeah, it hurts. You just yeah, there's got to be a better way to do
when
that.
it's like they scraped all the
Oh.
stuff. It's always the bottom on the inside on the bottom teeth. They get all that.
Floss, kids. Brush and floss multiple times a day.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Dental hygienist though, associate's degree.
Well, they see some things you don't want to see, I bet. Dental hygienist.
yeah.
Ugh.
Probably have to do a lot of mouthwash.
And one of my real buggity boos.
$78,000 a year.
Yeah, one of my buggity boos is bad breath.
Yeah.
And so if I smell it, I'd have a rough time being that.
That's why I think most people brush their teeth, but you got to floss because that's where
the buildup comes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
And we all have that at times, that weird breath, but you don't. Oh, the floss it hides. It's just,
Stefan brought his favorite term about flossing.
That's not the dance, though.
That's right.
Steph says you only have to floss the teeth you want to keep. Especially the back. Way back.
Those are hard to get to.
Yeah.
I had to go to the picks.
Oh,
because
there's
the
no
old
other
floss,
way. You got
the
to
old
have the
floss,
picks.
you'd come out of floss, you got freaking stretch marks all over
Yeah.
your. I mean, it's,
Yeah.
so bad.
Well, then you're like,
Yeah, no, it's bad.
and you're like trying to figure out the way.
Yeah. I carry about 400 of those picks in my.
You gotta have the picks. I got picks at my bedstand.
Oh yeah, they're everywhere.
I got picks
they're
in the
everywhere.
bathroom.
Yeah.
I got picks in my truck.
Yeah.
Gotta have the picks.
Yeah, I got picks sitting right there on my desk.
Well, and it has the flavor on it. It lasts one swipe and it's gone.
One
One or two.
I got a pick I've used for like 3 months. Is that bad?
No, they come with the.
I know the flavor. I was
flavor.
trying to be funny. You didn't go with it. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Web developer.
Number 4, web developer.
That's a good career field.
Job.
Anything in technology is a good
Yes.
career field.
Usually in technology, when companies go, you know what, we're not using computers anymore, so we're moving on.
Yeah.
You got to have computers.
You're in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
This next one scares me a little.
Yeah. Again, these are the top 25 jobs that you don't need a 4-year degree. Number 3, nuclear technician.
That's a big deal. I think we should require a little more training for something that can melt
Nuclear
down.
techs work in nuclear power plants.
Yes.
And use computers, other equipment to monitor and run nuclear reactors.
Yeah,
They work closely with scientists and engineers. The job offers competitive pay, $84,000. But keep in mind that it's on the decline, which means poor job security in the future.
Unless you're good at it. The key there,
You're gonna have to move.
when a job's in decline, don't be the highest paid person.
Correct.
That's the key.
Correct.
Just stay mid-level.
The 14th executive vice president, probably getting the can.
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah.
Oh, we could have used this one a few years
Sure.
back.
2017.
Yeah.
2017, elevator installer and repairer.
Could have used that.
$98,000.
Is it declining?
Job growth, negative 17%.
Oh, that ain't
You
good.
still need elevators, though.
And they need to work, as we found out one night. Couldn't even withstand a little bit of humor. Shut it right down.
Yeah.
How long were we in that thing?
Hour and a half.
Was it an hour and a half? That was so funny.
Well, it was after a football game, we called the state championship game.
Yeah.
And we had a weather delay. We had a light delay. And then, so we got done about midnight.
Yeah.
Or maybe 1, somewhere in there.
Yeah, it was late.
We were at Edmond Santa Fe. The elevator.
Broke.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Well, it did. It quit working.
He quit working. You're right. So I think it might have been a little bit longer because we didn't get home from Edmond to Guthrie.
Like 2:30?
Yeah, 2:30.
Yeah, it's 2:30. Because before the game, we were saying, this is going to be great. Call the game, break down. We'll be home by 10:30, 11 o'clock at the latest.
Yeah.
No. It was a long day.
All right.
That was the night I got we still have pictures
It
of
was
that.
Carl Albert beat Ardmore.
Yeah, and that was the night. Remember the look on Casey's face, that one picture?
Oh, yeah.
He's so disgusted.
Yeah.
He was furious.
And Craig Flake made the move of the night,
He walked down,
left early, and took the stairs.
and he didn't even wait to see if we made it out alive.
no,
He just
no.
walked off.
I'm calling the athletic director. Luckily, I had his phone, and he's like, I don't know what to do. This has never happened before.
Well, somebody needs to do something.
And so he called the maintenance guy who didn't know how to do it. And so they ended up calling the fire department. And I think the maintenance guy, after talking with the firefighters, figured it out to let us out.
Oh, that was so funny.
Not only were there 5 of us,
It's more than that. It was
5 or
me,
6.
You.
No,
No, there was more than that. It was me, you, Casey,
Aaron,
Braden, and Kel.
and we had equipment.
And all of our equipment, so we were on top of each other. That was a good night. Good stuff.
Cousin Nate says, real question. Cousin Nate's staying up late tonight. He's got to pick up Ronnie. Did y'all establish a pee corner in the elevator?
We were fixing to.
No room. I mean, I was looking up MacGyver. I was like looking up there.
It wasn't that high off the ground.
If I had some floss and a battery, I could have got us out. Didn't have that.
If we had to get out, we could have gotten out.
Through the
Yes.
move it, tear some stuff out.
Because we talked about that, actually. We can go up through the top.
We were at the top, though. So
It was only, 40 feet? Give or take?
Number 1, top paying job that you don't need a 4-year degree, air traffic controller.
Okay, time out.
Stephen Haggis says, good thing you guys didn't run out of air. Thought about that too. We were like, hey! GF Guthrie says, oh, wait a minute, Phil.
I know. I saw that. Have we talked about this before? I know. That's pretty good tell.
That's why we don't jump on an elevator. Oh, GF Guthrie, we didn't say.
We didn't say we jumped on the elevator. Interesting.
Anyway, air traffic controller, Phil. $130,000 a year.
Yeah. How do I like my pilots, Chris?
Full time.
Full time. How do you think I like my air traffic controllers?
I would certainly think they're the ones who are directing the pilots.
They're in charge of everything.
I think this is a full-time job.
But educated. I want to see a 4-year degree.
Associate degree, 2-year.
Oh, boy. Now, you
dedicate.
Where a lot of air traffic controllers come from is their prior military. which you do not have to have a degree to do air traffic control in the military either, but there's a lot of jobs that are pretty intense. You don't have to have a degree. One.
Steven says, I like them awake.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That surprises me a little bit.
Air traffic controllers have the exciting high-stakes job of directing air traffic from the ground. They sit in those towers with lots of windows that you see at airports. Air traffic controllers often work nights and weekends to keep up with travel schedules.
I would hope so.
It's a demanding job with rewarding results, making sure people take off and travel and land safely. Well, it's a rewarding result.
Unless something goes wrong.
If you succeed every day of your career but one, it's a failure.
If you have one bad day,
yes.
that's a horrible deal. Wow, I didn't think of it that way.
It's like watching for icebergs. You look away one time.
Ooh.
So Facebook knows all about my love for Titanic.
Yeah.
And so I'm starting to get,
My wife loves Titanic.
I get how they film behind the scenes of filming. And it's really cool with the green screens and all, they have these little bitty, I don't know, like a car. It's a little bitty car, but it's really, they make it look big. It's really cool how they make movies behind the scenes. It's really cool. Especially the Titanic one.
Yeah, it is. Very cool. And there was room on that damn piece of wood. He could have crawled right up there.
That's incorrect what happens if he gets on the wood with her, they both go down.
And they love each other, so that would have been a better ending.
Okay. That's not what we're talking about.
I think it would have held.
The door
I think it would have held.
It would not. He tried that at the beginning and
and
realized.
it was pushing it down? Oh, I missed that part.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah.
Would you, if it was you and Sam and you were on the door, you would get off and let her get on the door, right? And die? Go ahead.
Of course.
Yeah, absolutely. If it was you and your sister, one of your sisters, you would get off, let them on the door, right?
Of course.
Okay. If it was you and your mother, of course, right?
Yeah.
Your children?
Of course.
How about Phil?
Well, see, I don't know if it can hold you.
Oh, so okay.
I mean, all your muscles would weigh down.
I'm not as fluffy as I once was.
That should be a song.
It is a song.
Oh. Matt Porwood, that's like me being an air traffic controller. Steph says, registered nurses can be 2-year associate degrees. This is a very rewarding and pays well.
Wasn't nursing on there?
I'm surprised nursing wasn't on that list.
I think it was.
Registered nurses was not on there.
No, there was something else with nursing, though. What was it? Remember something with nursing. It's coming up here.
Wind turbine technician.
Keep going.
Oh,
Stay focused.
real estate agent.
Here it comes. Licensed LPN, licensed practical nurse was on there, Stefan.
Job growth 6%.
Yeah. Doesn't seem to be enough nurses in the world.
Chief Guthrie says open mic on air next week.
What's next week? Thanksgiving's
Thanksgiving.
Thursday.
Oh, so Thanksgiving's Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be on.
Yeah.
I'll get up bright and early and go spend time with my family in Kansas. Be back that night, ready to go on Friday. Football.
Let's see here. I have another list here. We don't want to go over 8 types of insurance you can't go without.
No, that's
We
boring.
don't do that. Okay. All right. Well, I think that's that's my list. Cody Knox, nursing requires degrees in everything.
Not 4-year though, Cody.
Matt Porwood, my wife going to school. Where'd you go? To be a nurse.
Yeah, that's great. She'll be a good nurse too. I know Maddie's wife. Her name's Maddie. She'll be a very good nurse.
Matt and Maddie.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Mike says, shout out to Hats for the Homeless. Okay. Those ladies have crocheted or knitted over 6,000 hats thus far in the 5 years of existence.
Oh, that is cool.
That is really cool.
It's very cool.
Very cool.
Now, could you be a nurse?
Probably not.
It's the poo for me.
The smells.
I couldn't do the poo.
Yeah.
That'd shut me right out. I can handle the blood. Blood would be fine. I can do that.
Yeah, but you would have to.
That's the poo.
Yeah.
The bedpans.
Small kids.
No, that wouldn't be easy, but I mean, but it is the poo for me.
Yeah.
Got a poo problem.
How about this? As we are you getting ready for Black Friday, Phil?
Well, why do we have to make this about? What are you talking about?
Shopping, Black Friday.
Black Friday. We do 99.
Jim Guthrie said, "Unapproachable nurse is never fun."
No, never fun. Yeah, bedside manner is important as a nurse. We do 99% of our shopping online, so we don't participate in Black Friday. Do you?
City get your sales tax either way now. So.
Yeah, no, that's okay. But it's the convenience. It's the convenience. What, you got a drinking problem? What are you doing?
Yes, I have.
Boy.
Got a drinking problem.
No, I don't. We don't do the. We don't venture out on Black Friday. Now I do like what Matt says here about Black Friday. It just popped up, Chris. Pretty good statement.
I love. Yeah, these are always good videos. Yeah. I love all the fights on Black Friday. That's only the reason I go.
Matt's got him a bag of popcorn. He's watching the scraps.
I have we're talking real quick before we move on to Black Friday. I just now saw a message
From
unknown. But if I was on the Titanic, be in a lifeboat.
You would? Why would you be on a lifeboat?
For the kids.
You would be on a lifeboat?
Sure.
You're not a child?
There was men on there.
Not real men. They let the women and children get on the lifeboats.
It's all I.
So you would knock a child out of the boat?
Oh, no. I'd pick the child up, put him on my lap.
Yes. Okay. Comfort him.
Yes.
Yeah. Talk him through it.
He's all I got. He's all he's got.
You're all he's got.
That's
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that was the line in Titanic too.
Oh, Black Friday is not the same nowadays. It's a week-long event now.
Yeah, Black Friday started in July.
Okay, I got a Black Friday story in Walmart.
Well, coming up here in a second, I have the top retailers that people go shopping on Black Friday.
Really? Okay, I've got a Black Friday story. When did Walmart start putting stuff out early?
Oh, yeah.
For Black Friday, and then saying you can't buy it.
Do not touch.
So I went out there one day, and I went to grab like a pair of socks, and this little girl says, "Sir, that you can't buy that." And I said, "Well, why not? You got like 8,000 of them here." She goes, "Well, those are for Black Friday." And I said, "Do you have these socks anywhere else in the store?" She goes, "Yeah, just right over there." So I walked 20 feet and picked them up over there.
A different SKU number.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Somebody wants to buy something from you, sell it to them.
But it's not ready to be sold.
It's absolutely. They wouldn't have taken my money?
No, it's not in the system yet. Oh, man. There you go, beep, nothing.
And then they would have said, how much was it? I'd say $1.99. It was $19.99. I'd walk out of the store.
Oh, boy.
Of $17.88.
Taking a twist here.
Oh.
Okay. Greg Gibson. Never do Black Friday. Nope. Phil doesn't want to throw hands in Walmart.
No, Phil has thrown hands in Walmart.
Jeff Guthrie says online all the way.
Yes.
We mentioned Cousin Nate, who's getting ready to make a trip to Oklahoma City. Black Friday is not the same nowadays. It's a week-long event. Stephen, the emergency guy. The reason they let the women and children on is the men could think in peace for a plan.
Oh, boy. You got Stephen's cell phone number you can put out there?
Unfortunately, Steve and I talked way too much today.
Yeah, you did.
Way too much today.
Well, at least he wasn't vandalizing cars.
Mike says, Phil, remember the big Sears Christmas catalog?
Yes. Oh, it was awesome.
I do.
You get the pen out. You'd circle what you want. Oh, man, that was awesome.
I do remember those. I always remember getting the the newspaper ads, and you would like Toys R Us and all the different ones. You would circle what you want.
Toys R Us wasn't a thing when I was a kid, Chris.
Really? That was where all the fancy rich toys were at, like Ataris. Those were always Toys R Us.
That's where the rich kids went?
That's where all the rich toys were at, or like the upper end toys.
Toys R Us is out of business now, right?
Yeah. Well, they went Toys R Us, and they went Babies R Us, and then they went.
And they said no more us.
No more us.
Yeah, I'll teach them.
Yeah. So in the comments, let us know what you think. Now, this is a nationwide. Last year's Black Friday sales drew 123 million Americans to shop in person and 130 million to shop online. Oh, online outspent.
Well, people are getting smart.
The personal, this website talks about the actual stores. People went in these stores. What do you think the number one store was? And I can tell you it's 59.12%. 59.12%.
Walmart.
Okay, so Phil says Walmart, and let us know what you think in the comments is. This is all of. I mean, I've heard. You know what? Amazon does count. If you think it's
Amazon counts.
If you
to go into a store, or where they bought the stuff from. Okay, so I thought you said go into a store.
2023's best places to shop on Black Friday.
Okay, didn't say in person or not.
No. Here's the question.
That would change my
2023's
answer.
best places to shop on Black Friday.
So at Amazon's not, I would say Amazon, but I don't know if that's like technically, it has to be an individual store within Amazon, right?
No, it could be Amazon. I can tell you, Amazon's on the list.
Well, I got to believe it's Amazon. Could be JCPenney's, though. They're big online. They have a big online presence.
GF Guthrie says Walmart. I can tell you Walmart, number 9. I have the top 10. Walmart's number 9. Steven says Best Buy.
I'm going with Amazon.
Best Buy, number 7.
Amazon?
No, Best Buy.
No, I'm asking. Amazon? We're building up.
Greg Gibson says Target.
I'm going Amazon.
Number 5 on the list. Target, number 5 on the list.
Target in store. Then down below, I don't know if you've seen it yet.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, it don't matter. Target.
Doesn't matter.
It's
Okay.
Target.
Okay, all right. Don't yell at me.
No, GF Guthrie, Greg Gibson, Cousin Tanya, all say Amazon.
Yeah, that's right. I'm going Amazon.
Number 8.
Amazon's 8?
Number 8. Best places to shop on Black Friday.
Is JCPenney's number 1?
Matt Portwood says JCPenney, and you just brought it up twice, JCPenney, the number 1 place to go. 59.12%.
Now their in-store shopping has greatly reduced, but their online is just going through the roof.
They all smell the same too.
Now does Sam's fall under Walmart?
I would guess so in this list, yes.
Okay. Costco?
Costco, not in the top 10.
Okay. So JCPenney's.
Steven says Lowe's. That's not in the top 10 either. He also says Home Depot's taking all of his repaired stores. It's not Home Depot. Carrie, hello, Carrie, on Facebook. Oh, we're glad the Facebook comments are working on screen. We can get everybody involved. Bath and Body Works, not on the list. So here we go. Here is number 10, Dell.
Technology. Okay.
Number 9, Walmart.
Okay.
Number 8, Amazon.
Okay.
GF Guthrie says Kmart, no. Macy's,
No.
number 2.
Really?
Macy's, number 2.
Wow.
Best Buy, number 7. BJ's, number 6.
Who?
BJ's, is that like the restaurant?
Well, you tell me.
Like the brew house something?
Why are you getting one all of a sudden?
Why are you looking at me like that?
Are you 12? Go ahead. Never heard of a BJ. Have you? BJ's?
I
Never heard of BJ's.
let me look that up. Let's see here.
Your search bar is getting ready to go wild.
BJ's Warehouse Store Company.
Oh, I've never heard of them before. Have you?
BJ. Well, that says restaurants and brew house. That's not what I clicked on, though.
Oh, boy.
Oh, here it is. BJ's Wholesale Club.
Okay, I need to know about that.
Shop BJ's Wholesale Club online and in club for all your needs, from groceries and paper products to TVs and tires.
So they're like Sam's, Costco. They must be on the East Coast or something, maybe, or the left coast.
BJS.com is their website. What? What? I don't even want to look over there. They're in the stock. You can buy their stock.
Okay, we'll get you some of that.
Let's see here. Primarily on the east coast of the United States.
All right, well, I got that right at least.
Since pioneering the Warehouse Club model in New England in 1984, they have grown their footprint to large format, high value warehouse club spanning 19 states.
We got a bunch of 12-year-olds up there.
Jerks. Go back to my list here. Number 5, Target. Number 4, Kohl's. Number 3, no one's mentioned this one.
Okay.
Belk.
Who?
Belk.
What do they do?
I'm afraid to look anymore. Number 2, Macy's, and number 1, JCPenney.
Pennies.
They say the key stat, JCPenney has the highest overall discount rate at 59.2%, whereas Costco has the lowest at 17.07%.
Remember when I saved you $500 at JCPenney's?
Yeah,
Your wife almost killed me.
that's right.
Yeah, it was a problem.
OSBI be coming for your computer.
Yeah.
Okay, Stephen, that's funny you say that because I've told every OSBI agent that works in Logan County, and you probably need to go statewide. I've told every detective for the sheriff's office and for the police department. Sometimes there's stories I have to write that are really, really bad, and I look up how other media agencies.
This is called getting out ahead of it.
Yes.
Go ahead, Chris.
No, I really did.
No, you're getting out ahead of it. No, I got it.
How other media people have written these bad stories. So I do have to look up bad stuff to see how media. I know how to do it now, but when I first learned how. Learning how to do these bad stories, I have some searches, but they're news-related searches.
Years ago, when the internet was really just starting getting popular, one of our kiddos, Ty, had a homework assignment where he had to do a report on horny toads. So I pull up the computer and I said, well, let's just see what's on the internet. I typed in horny.
AOL online?
I don't even know, but I just typed in horny, and it was like, delete.
And that's because of your wife.
It was so bad. What's Stefan have to say?
I'm afraid to even think of what Stefan had to say here. Cousin Nate, I'm not going to read these out loud. Was wholesale for PJ's Warehouse. I'll have to add BJ to my portfolio. And Matt, is Texas economy bigger than some countries? Just throwing that out there.
Oh, yeah.
Well, sure. Absolutely.
Guaranteed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, guaranteed. It's 9:07, Chris.
Oh. I'm going through all my lists here.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Most overweight and obese states in America.
Well, Oklahoma's up there. Mississippi's probably number 1.
Oklahoma ranks number 11.
I bet Mississippi's up close.
I don't know if I had the full list.
Mississippi's got to be there.
Let's see if it go to the link here. And okay, Mississippi number 2.
Okay.
Most obese states.
Nebraska.
Oklahoma's number 11.
Nebraska? No.
Nebraska's number 26. Mississippi number 2.
Arkansas
number 5.
Okay.
Well, you got 2 and number 5 out of the top. Steven says Georgia.
Yeah.
They love their barbecue and football. Number 16 though, Georgia's 16. I think it would take a while for someone to guess this state. GF Guthrie says Alabama. Alabama is number 7. So we're doing a good job in the top 10. Tanya, I think the Crescent Tanya.
Okay.
You're good. Yeah. She says New Mexico. New Mexico is number 17.
The most obese state. Is it an obvious one?
Most overweight and obese states in the U.S.
Is it obvious?
Greg, New Orleans State? No. No.
How about Hawaii?
Hawaii. Hawaii. No, it's going to be way down there.
Louisiana's not on there?
I can tell you, Colorado is the least obese. Utah at number 50.
Oh, wow.
Massachusetts, 49. Hawaii, 48.
Massa what?
Massachusetts.
Two-sits?
Mm-hmm.
Is Alaska on there?
Well, it's a state, so it's obviously on here.
I mean, talking about throwing hands.
You're mocking my speech impediment, so
I wasn't mocking
Alaska,
it.
34.
I thought it would be higher.
No. Tanya says New Jersey. And that's going to be down the list.
Hear my knee just pop.
I did hear your knee pop. Is that your bad knee?
That was literally my right knee.
New Jersey's number 35.
Okay.
Tanya has Ohio number 14. Cousin Nate has Florida. Florida is not in the top 10.
West Virginia.
Number 1.
Okay. I had to work through it, but okay.
West Virginia, number 1.
All right.
Matt Portwood got it as well. Did you cheat off of Matt Portwood?
No.
Okay. JF threw in Wyoming. Here's your top 5. West Virginia, number 1. Number 2, Mississippi. No one said this one. Number 3, Kentucky.
Okay. That checks, though.
And I think who had Greg Gibson said Louisiana. That's number 4.
4. Okay.
And Arkansas, number 5.
Okay.
Tennessee, 6. Alabama, 7. Texas, number 8.
Wow.
Can't believe no one came up with Texas.
Yeah.
Number 9, South Carolina. And number 10, Delaware.
Where was Oklahoma?
Number 11.
Okay, just outside the top 10. That's a good one to be outside the top 10 on.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I save all these emails for the show. Let's see here. Best sports cities in America.
Sports cities?
Sports cities.
Well, LA's got to be way up there.
Number 1.
Yeah.
You're on fire, Phil.
New York would be way up there.
New York, number 4.
Yeah. Miami, probably way up there.
Number 6.
Houston.
Houston did not make the list.
Really?
These are large sports cities.
St. Louis.
Large sports cities. I think St. Louis is going to fall in your mid-size.
That's right. Yeah. Well, St. Louis doesn't have the NFL anymore. So.
Yeah.
Kansas City?
Kansas City, not on the list.
Really?
Tanya says Chicago.
That makes sense.
Not on the top 10.
Really?
Not on.
That doesn't make any sense.
2 baseball teams, a basketball team, a hockey
NFL
team, and a football team.
That doesn't make any sense.
Especially number 10.
Las Vegas? No, only got the NFL.
Too soon for that,
Yeah.
I think. Gia Guthrie says Dallas. Dallas, number 5.
Okay.
Number 5.
That checks.
Here we go. Number 10, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Well,
Over Chicago?
that's what I'm saying. It makes no sense.
Number 9, San Francisco.
Is Minneapolis on there?
GF Guthrie says Philadelphia. That's number 7.
Okay.
Who?
Minneapolis?
Not there.
Okay.
Number 9, San Francisco. Number 8, Washington. Number
Tampa.
7, Philadelphia. Number 6, Miami. Number 5, Dallas. Number 4, New York. Number 3, Pittsburgh.
Okay, that makes sense.
Number 2, Boston.
Okay.
No one said Boston.
Yep.
And number 1, Los Angeles. Best small sports city goes to Clemson, South Carolina. Number 2, Tuscaloosa. Number 3, West Point. Number 6, Stillwater.
Cool.
Stillwater, Oklahoma. Number 6 on best small sports cities.
Couldn't beat a 4 and 5 Central Florida team. That's nice to make a list. Jeez.
Best mid-sized sports city, Green Bay's number 1.
Yeah, I like that.
Buffalo's number 2, Glendale, Arizona, number 3, Salt Lake City, number 4,
yeah.
Ann Arbor, 5, Michigan, Durham, North Carolina, 6, Baton Rouge, 7, Tallahassee, 8, South Bend, 9, Fargo, number 10.
Oh boy, we have a situation, Chris.
What's going on?
Look,
Are your phone went dead
dead,
because of battery?
dead because of battery.
I have never,
I know.
ever seen your phone below 50%.
Hit the button, show's over.
I've never seen it below 50%.
Hit the button, show's over.
Did it just turn off or because of battery?
Battery just went dead. I knew I was low, but look, nothing, dead.
I have never seen that.
I know.
before.
Well, that's because it's normally not below 90%. That's
Wow.
a real look, there's confirmation.
Yeah, that is confirmation.
Oh, God. Yeah, we got to end the show. The whole world just ended. Crescent.
Crescent did not make the list.
It was close, just on the outside
Just
looking
outside of
in.
Stillwater.
Yeah, just looking in.
All right, it is 9:13. It is
Good
time.
Lord.
It's time. It's freezing in here. That's the main reason why I'm ready.
It
to
is
go.
cold.
It is cold in here. So,
Yeah.
I'm not. You know what? I've had a bag of chips today.
Yeah.
And
You gonna eat when you get home?
I need to.
Yeah.
I need to.
You're rarely hungry.
Yeah, I'm very rarely hungry.
Rarely. And as you point out to everybody, I eat all the time.
All the time.
Which is not true.
Phil, did you see my dinner last night? I'm guessing.
I didn't actually.
Yeah, because you didn't like it.
I usually do like it. See what it is. Well, tell me what it is. I'll tell you what the sides are. What'd you have?
You're really good at this. Let me see here. I think you'll get.
I'll get one of the veggies.
I think you'll get one.
Asparagus.
No.
Really?
I usually go.
That's a go-to for you.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, what did you have? What was your main course?
Steak.
Oh, you usually like asparagus. I'm going to say you went with green beans.
Green beans.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you have two sides?
Two sides.
Oh, and you had taters.
Did not have taters.
You didn't have cheesy taters?
It was kind of a Tuesday night, so.
Okay. What was the other one?
Well, here's the first picture. Oh my gosh.
Oh, by the way, I was not invited over.
It's coming.
That's a little undercooked, but overall,
Undercooked. That's beautiful.
Looks pretty. That is.
Look at that.
No, that is.
I should have put some.
You know what I did while you were doing this last night?
Oh.
Tanya and I watched. Tanya and I watched 4 consecutive shows on why you should not eat animal proteins. While you were eating that.
Eating that.
Oh, this looks so good.
Oh, it was really.
It does look
It was really good. It actually had a little bit left over for the wife to take to work.
Oh, none for Phil. Okay.
Here's what it was, Phil.
Dadgummit, I knew mac and cheese. Dadgummit. Yeah.
Oh, it was so
You see
good.
that one green bean there with the little end on it?
Oh, crunchy end, yes.
Oh, man. I don't like it when the stem's still sticking out of one of the ends.
You can chew around that.
No,
Spit
you
it out.
got to get that out of there.
Oh no, you chew,
that
spit it
freaks
out.
me out.
Seasoning salt on the green beans, pepper on the mac and cheese.
Not enough pepper, but you got some on it.
It was actually too much pepper.
Not for
it
me.
It really was. Steph says that's perfectly cooked, Chris.
It is.
Thank you, Steph. And what
no
temperature? Steph says, what temperature did you take it off the grill? Great question. Take mine off at
126.
125.
25.
And let it rest 7 to 10 minutes.
Then internally it gets to about 130.
130, no more than 133. Yeah.
Chris does.
It's all about temperature when you cook steaks.
You really do cook a great steak. You really do. I like to give you a hard time, but you cook a great steak.
Okay, final comment comes. You're getting nervous, aren't you?
I don't have a phone, Chris.
The final thing goes to Matt. This was apparently a discussion item in the Crescent coach's office.
Okay.
The argument is water wet?
Everybody knows this.
I would certainly think everybody knows this.
I'm a little concerned they're having a discussion about that over there.
We're trying to beat Fairview.
You're trying to beat Fairview, and you're talking about is water wet? What's going on?
Obviously, water is wet.
It's obviously wet. Now he's going to come with the zinger.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I kind of want to know what the other side of this argument is.
Stand by for him here.
You going to bring the charger over? It's going to take 5 minutes. We don't even have 5 minutes left in the show.
5 minutes? I can't drive home without a phone.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Matt, we can't leave the show. What's the other side of the argument? How can water not be wet?
It has to be wet. Oh, we got something.
Oh, that's what he agrees.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, I don't know who was arguing that it wasn't, but you need to get them out of there. That's a bad influence around children.
Okay, I'm cold.
I'm a little chilly, too.
Yeah.
Is that a wrap?
That's a wrap.
Okay.
Steph says, I've had dry wine.
Okay.
Hawkeye on MASH. He always
Martini.
like dry. Like,
Dry as it gets.
Dry as the desert.
Yeah. Best favorite character on MASH?
Boy, they're all good.
They're all good. I agree.
Man, not BJ or not.
No.
Frank Burns.
Frank was way up there for me.
Frank Burns.
Was way up there for me.
He's got to be up there.
Hawkeye's too obvious, but great character. Frank Burns is absolutely one of my favorites.
Winchester.
Winchester was good, but I just went blank. Lieutenant Colonel before
Dan?
Potter. Before Potter.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God.
McLeod was his name.
John McLeod.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Colonel Blake.
Colonel Blake. I loved his character.
It was
loved his
a
character.
great character.
Yeah, it was a great character.
Josh Farnell.
Oh, hey, Josh.
Ready for this Blue Jay win on Friday.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
We all are.
Josh, I haven't talked to you or your teammates or coaches, and I watched Coweta, and I watched Del City versus Coweta. I also watched Del City versus Pryor.
Yep.
And I got to be honest with you, a few weeks ago, I'm thinking,
yeah, it's tough.
It's
a few weeks
tough.
ago.
And it's still going to be tough.
Oh, that's going to be a great game.
But I'm feeling really good.
Well, I will tell you this.
Because I know our coaches will be ready. I know our players will be ready. And I'm not going to say a whole lot publicly.
No.
But I really like what we do really well against what they do really well.
Correct. And I will say this. We're going to be the tougher team. I do believe that. More physical team. And Josh, for those of you who don't know, Josh Farnell is outstanding senior linebacker for the Blue Jays. Has had an incredible career and a great senior season.
Yep.
If Josh wants to, he'll play football somewhere next year at the college level. If he wants to, he definitely has the ability. But all we'll tell you, young man, is keep doing what you're doing, being a great leader on the field, and I expect good things about 10 o'clock this Friday night.
This was going back to MASH real quick. It always came on at 10:35
Yeah.
after Channel 5 News on ABC. And there's a TikTok going around, and because Nate kind of refers to it. MASH was my bedtime, so I can't answer this one. He said, got to listen to the theme music, and then it was off to bed. I think that's a big thing across everywhere. Because
theme music puts you to sleep. Theme music was soothing.
It just meant your parents wouldn't let you go past 10:30. Like 10:30 was the magic time.
But that song was it always was relaxing.
No.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah, it was really
Did you like how the series ended?
BJ in a helicopter waving by? Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Wasn't the best, but it was good.
Yeah, it was good. One of my favorite shows.
All right.
We are out of here. Reminder, right now we are scheduled to be here next Wednesday night.
Yep. Yeah, we'll be here.
I think our families probably want us here.
No, mine does.
Well, actually, we have to because of our high school huddle.
No, we'll be here.
Yeah.
We'll be here.
Yeah, we'll be here. So
it's Thanksgiving Day, not Thanksgiving week, people. We gotta work Wednesday, you gotta work Friday. None of this.
Oh, Friday?
To the people.
Oh, to the people.
You gotta work Wednesday, you gotta work Friday. Put a little extra time on Saturday to make up for the time you lost on Thursday.
There's football games Friday.
Oh, never mind. You gotta work Wednesday, you gotta work Friday.
No.
No?
Like OU plays TCU on Friday, and there's other.
Gotta work Wednesday.
Gotta work Wednesday.
Jeez.
So next week we get to talk about Thanksgiving food and traditions and all that great stuff. So,
it'll be fun.
Matt Porwood, even people in the little kids in Crescent had to go to bed when MASH came on.
Oh yeah.
All right, we're officially out
Who
here.
told Matt go to bed?
I don't know.
Scares me a little bit.
Phil, Chris, Ronnie, hopefully back next week.
I like his chances.
I like his chances. All right. So long.
Thanks for tuning in to the Open Mic Podcast. Join us each week from inside the Second Banana Media Studios located in beautiful downtown Guthrie. Catch our shows on Facebook and YouTube and also on Apple, Google, Spotify, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Until next time, so long from Guthrie, America.